Hi everyone, how are you doing today? For those of you who do not know me, my name is E, and I am your favorite, and I do mean favorite, certified peer specialist. And I recently started my YouTube page, what was that, Wednesday? So in the first video, I talked to y'all kind of about what a certified peer specialist is, okay? For those of you that don't know, that's exactly what I am. That is my profession. That is what I do. So I know a lot of people have not heard about what a certified peer specialist is. And that's kind of why I'm making these videos, because I just know for me personally, when I was doing my research about the certification and the position, I could not find any information on YouTube about it. Like, I found like some really boring videos. I mean, like dry, okay? Some dry videos about what a peer specialist is, but it was probably only like 2 to 3 videos. So I want to change that trajectory by bringing y'all these videos. Not only do you get to see a black girl, hey sis, hey y'all, hey, your favorite sis, talking about what a peer specialist is, I'm going to be introducing y'all to what a peer specialist does as well, okay? So this is part 2 about what a peer specialist is. If you haven't watched part 1, go back and watch that first and then come back and click on this video, okay? But before we get started, before you even do anything else, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because we will be talking about more in regards to not only just about what a peer specialist is, but we're going to be talking about mental health. We're going to be talking about wellness. We're going to be talking about recovery and everything that it takes to live optimally well. So if you are on your wellness journey, if you are on your recovery journey, go ahead and follow and subscribe to Live Well Now TV, okay? So now that we've got that out the way, let's go ahead and finish up part 2 of what a peer specialist is, okay? So if you've already watched part 1, then you already know that a peer specialist is a mental health professional who advocates for peers in the community to live a great life of wellness and recovery. Your peers are going to be people who have had a mental health diagnosis, who may have gone through traumatic experiences, and who may have battled substance abuse, okay? So us peer specialists believe that regardless of whatever obstacles you face, you still deserve to have a great life. You are worthy of being the best version of you, regardless of what your past is or was, because it is no longer. And you have the right to reestablish yourself, regardless of what your diagnosis is, regardless of what your past is, regardless of what people may have said about you. You still deserve a great life, okay? So a peer specialist is the person who helps people to figure out what that great life looks like, okay? So here are some characteristics that a person needs to have in order to be a good peer specialist, okay? So you must be empathetic. You got to be able to put yourself in other people's shoes. And hopefully, if you are a certified peer specialist, you do have lived experience. So your lived experience automatically allows you to be empathetic, okay? You also have to be an active listener and a great communicator. You cannot be judgmental, okay? The mental health field, period, is a very non-judgmental field. So, you are going to be dealing with a diverse group of people with all different backgrounds, who come from different walks of life. So there's no judgment when it comes to that, okay? You also have to be a good role model. You have to desire to make a positive impact, not only in your community, but, your peers' lives. You have to be a great problem solver. You have to have good problem solving skills to do this job. Okay. You do have to be resilient. You have to conquer some things that, maybe you have gone through, or some things that you're going through now. You have to remain resilient. Okay. You have to have a keen awareness of people and their behaviors. You got to pay attention to people. You got to know, like, okay, Miss Ruth ain't herself today. What's going on? And really figure out a way. Use your problem solving skills to probe, to figure out what's going on. Okay. That's just an example. Again, you do have to be open to working with a diverse group of people. You have to be accepting. You have to be person focused. You have to have a passion for continuous learning, because being that this is a certification, you do have classes that you have to take in order to maintain your certification. So be prepared for that. This is not a certification where, you just take the exam one time and you're automatically certified. No, you have to continuously learn and take courses. Be willing to read different journals and different books to stay abreast of what is going on in the mental health world. Okay. And then one of the main things, and I put a star next to this one, as a peer specialist, you have to be able to practice good self-care on a regular basis. Okay. Self-care is A1. Being in just the mental health field, period. Anything with social services, anything with people, anytime you are serving the underserved, it can be very much so emotionally taxing. It could be physically taxing and mentally draining. Okay. So you have to know who you are in your recovery process, in your wellness journey. You have got to have that established in order to be able to do this, because you will hear some stories, you will see some things that are very disturbing. And so you have to make sure, like, spiritually, you are in tune, you are in check with God. Maybe you need to pray daily, maybe you need to read your word, but you have to be spiritually strong. You have to be, emotionally strong and mentally strong. Okay. Because it just comes with the field, and you have to remember that you are an example. So you have to take care of yourself. You have to take pride in yourself, because, you're the example to your peers. So you can't be telling them that they need to exercise, they need to work out, they need to drink water, they need to use their coping skills, they need to be journaling, they need to be, in the community and be social and be around their family and ABC 1, 2, 3 if you're not doing that. Okay. The best way to teach anybody is to always lead by example. Okay. So if we're telling them that they need to take care of themselves and they need to, figure out what works for them in regards to recovery and wellness, we have to practice the same thing. That's literally what we get paid to do. So please, to all my peers, my peer specialists, my peers, whoever, take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. That's one of the best things that you can do, and how you can better serve your peers. Okay. So now that we've got the characteristics out of the way, let's go a little bit deeper about what exactly it is that you do. I want to make sure y'all understand, because again, there are no videos on YouTube about this. So I literally came up with my own things that I do on a day-to-day basis, and I made sure that I checked different job descriptions to make sure, like, you understand what you're getting into before you decide to commit and get certified. Okay. So please know that you will support people by helping them manage any crisis. And how do we manage any crisis? By making sure that we understand our coping skills, making sure that we have a community, maybe Of course, you are there to be there for your peers as a peer specialist, but making sure they got their counselor on speed dial, making sure that, they've got an accountability partner that they can call. You support them by putting whatever it is that they need that helps them and supports them on a daily basis. Teach them how to lean into those things, okay? So that when we lean into making sure that we shower daily, making sure that, we're journaling or we're exercising, we're using those coping skills to keep us sane and to keep us in alignment so that when a crisis comes, we don't have to spiral out of control, okay? You are the one to teach them what works for them and help them to see what works for them so that they can manage any crisis, okay? Also, too, you help your peers get over anxiety. You help them to build social skills, and you support them through finding housing. Some of them do not have, good housing situations. So there may be a time where you may have to tap into your resources to help them find housing that is conducive to their recovery process. Because remember, it's all about maintaining recovery. Any small thing can trigger anybody and put them back on the streets or put them, back in a place where they want to use, or it can, spiral into whatever their mental health diagnosis is. We want to prevent that. So you are there to support them and help them find the resources that they need, okay? One of the biggest things that I find that peers have a hard time with is building those social skills. So make sure that you build that good relationship with them and you show them, what it means to have community. You may be the only community that they have. You may be the only example that they have. So please, whenever, you're dealing with your peers, make sure you really hone in on social skills. Because y'all, whether we're talking to a friend, we're trying to get a job, we're trying to date, whatever the case is, if our social skills are not there, those are goals that are never going to be met. So make sure as a peer specialist, you put something in place for them to do on a daily basis in order to reach and to build those social skills and to reach those goals in regards to their social skills, okay? You will also have to validate their experiences and their feelings. Look, some of them have gone through some things, okay? And they have not had the validation probably all of their life, your peers. So they look to you for that, okay? And last but not least, there's still a couple of things on here, but I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. You have the lived experience when it comes to challenges with mental health, trauma, or substance abuse. You overcame, so that makes you an expert, okay? Listen, you have overcome some great challenges. Use those challenges and your story to help somebody else overcome their challenges so that they too can create a story, okay? You did not go through all of that hell in your life, just to sit on it. Use your story to help people. That's why I am so big on people getting this certification, because your story literally has the power to impact lives. And I want to see you not only impact your life in a better way by helping others, but teach the next person how to have a great impact on somebody else too, okay? Yeah, that's it for today. I may do a part 3 to this, so be on the lookout. But in the meantime, if this touched you, share this video, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye-bye.